Well, good evening, everyone. Thanks for coming. Thanks to Donna and Meetup for setting this up and inviting us. We are Acclaim. We're a new tech startup in town, about 6 months old, and we're located right in Center City, not too far from here, 15th and Locust. So we're neighbors. But I'll jump right into it. So for many of us, college looked like this, right? We had to buy these required textbooks. And at Acclaim, we really think that the required textbook purchasing structure is old, it's antiquated. And really there are three main issues that we see with this. One is that the textbooks are really expensive, that's nothing new. The second is that they depreciate not only in value, but in relevance very, very quickly. And third, they're not interactive, right? They're boring, traditional sources of content. So the Huffington Post actually just released this earlier this year, and it compares the rise in cost of textbooks, which is the top blue line here, to other benchmarks like the Consumer Price Index at the top. And you can see that this is very telling, right? It just keeps on going up. So this is a big problem. The second point that I made earlier was that it depreciates, the books depreciate in relevance. What I mean by that is, as soon as you publish the word on the page, right, it's old, and you have to wait 18 months or whatever the publishing cycle is to update them. And lastly, they're not engaging. There's a lot of research actually that shows that newer generations interact and learn from newer, richer media sources in a much more effective and efficient manner. And so that's a big problem as well, right? So again, these three issues. And what we're thinking about at Acclaim is how do we solve this? How do we build something through technology that can attack each of these issues instead of just one? You might say, well, used books are out there, that solves the cost issue. But we think if we had a magic wand, and wave the magic wand around, this is what it would look like, right? So the cost would be lowered for the students. We would have something that keeps pumping fresh and new content into the classroom and drive up engagement, right? By adding interactivity. So what Acclaim is a web platform that facilitates the use of relevant video content that you can find out there, and it facilitates discussion around that video content. So students and professors can engage in constructive discussions around it. And so what we think we're doing is, and our hope is, to really bridge the gap between the real world and where the content's happening and being published, and the classroom where the learning's happening. And we think that through interactive technology, we could do so and achieve an efficient manner. So this past October, 49 billion videos were watched online in the US alone. That's just 1 month. So the content is out there. That's what's awesome about this. Obviously, there's a lot of BS content, right? There's a lot of crap out there and entertaining videos and Cat Ninja and Laughing Baby videos, which are great, but there's also a lot of educational content, whether it's on YouTube, TED, 4.tv is a great source as well. So really, our job, as an instructor or professor, we think that it's to curate that content and bring it into the classroom to make it more relevant. So it's this guy's job to really find these resources and content that's valid and valuable and bring it into the classroom to make it more engaging. So we have professors across different disciplines using Acclaim right now. And one of them is a very traditional discipline, which is law. And so, we're seeing professors wanting to upload Zimmerman, or footage from the Zimmerman trial instead of using old case studies or old trials. And we're seeing on the back end students really engaging with that content in a much more powerful way. But that's not it. You can also use content that's being generated in the classroom, right? So student presentations, mock trial stuff for the law that I just went over. Maybe you're in K-12 middle school, you're acting out the history lesson instead of just reading about it, right? And that's all content that you can bring into Acclaim and into the classroom. So very, very quickly, just some screenshots of what Acclaim looks like. We call these projects. You can think of them as folders or topics. So you can see that if you have a public speaking project, it would make sense to have relevant videos uploaded into that project. So maybe you want to upload a speech from Obama from last week or 2 weeks ago, something relevant and fresh. And have the discussion around his techniques of speaking, right? He's a pretty eloquent speaker, or just the political points that he makes. And really the core of Acclaim is this timestamp commentary. So each comment that you see here, you can actually click on and it jumps to that part of the video, and you can get this thread going around the video content. So now you have this really engaged discussion around the video content, whether outside or inside the classroom. So that's Acclaim in a nutshell. I know that was really brief and really quick. But we're seeing great engagement, over 1,000 comments a week now in just 6 months, over 100 videos being uploaded a week onto our platform. And by the way, I'm Axel Gunger, and thanks for listening.